Hello, this is Jude from the Real Black in Japan channel. This is the third video, and no, I'm not wearing the same shirt 3 days in a row. Just want to keep reiterating that. We told you about the deodorant and stinky issue in Japan. That is
Yes,
a
yes.
complete no-no.
Right.
So today's topic is blacks looking for love in Japan. I will be speaking from a male perspective because I do not understand how a black woman in Japan will be looking for love because I am not a woman at all. So, and yeah. So,
Yeah. First of all, we didn't meet in Japan.
no,
So how we met and how we ended up here would not be what we're gonna be discussing.
right. So,
Right.
right.
Yes. So if you're a black person
Okay.
and there are different types of Japanese women.
Yes.
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 So what kind of Japanese woman should a black person try to find?
All right. In my opinion,
Yes.
if you're a black man in Japan, I'm assuming that you are because you're here. I'm assuming that you are an articulate black man that is not bound for trouble, not coming here to create trouble or to mistreat anyone. You're here because you're curious about the country, and you may be particularly attracted to Japanese women. So I would recommend for black men to get a Japanese woman that knows something about black culture to begin with. Right? Like they not there are Japanese women that are like that are hard. You can't really tell whether they're black or Japanese. It's a fact.
Right.
You can't tell. Right? Would I recommend that? If that's your speed, you don't really need to come to Japan for that because you can get that in America. But
But that would be easy to get them, no? Because they'll be interested in black people,
yes.
right? They wanna be kinda wannabes. No?
Well, like, I mean, I don't know about. See, I don't know. They kind of like look. You can't tell sometimes. Like you just they're not. They never. It's not like they went to America and like hung around blacks and then came back to Japan or whatever. This is what they do. Like they
Yeah.
live like this. Yeah, like this is how they are. So I wouldn't say they're like trying to be black. This is just what they're like.
But they are not recommended to black men?
I mean, I'm saying the reason why I'm saying because let me express that there are there are three types I would say.
Three types.
Okay, you have Japanese women that are like black women. They're just like them. Like
Look wise or inside?
they look like
They act like?
they kind of act like
Okay.
you're pretty much getting a black woman that's Japanese,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So you don't need to come to Japan for that, right? Then there's the middle, and they're quote unquote what you call kind of like a normal Japanese woman that is not necessarily looking for that my son is not looking for a black man or a white man or whatever. They are just single and they would like to probably be with a foreigner, probably, because that's another video we might do with Japanese men and women. It's kind of crazy what's going on. But the ones who are kind of like, oh well, I want a foreigner or whatever, and they don't really have a particular like ideal. They're just like maybe and this is going to sound weird, but you have to realize this is a country that is quote unquote homogenous to an extent where people pretty much are not the same, but they're kind of the same. So certain people want, kind of like some different, some flavor, something a little different than what they're accustomed to their whole lives. So getting that woman that is not particularly looking for a specific quote unquote race or color, but would probably date or marry, even a Japanese man, but she's just doesn't care. She just likes you for you, whatever, whatever, and probably knows a little something about black culture. You know, she's not walking around with micro braids and you know, big hoop earrings and you know, she's just a Japanese woman. You know, like a normal Japanese woman. The third one is there are Japanese women that particularly are looking for white men. So you're not gonna, as a black man, don't. She's not going to deal with you like at all. And they're not very interesting women, anyways. Like those type of women are not interesting to me. They don't talk about anything. It's you know, they're kind of boring. You know, so again, remember just to you know, you got the ones who looking for black men. You got ones that are indifferent, don't particularly care, and you got ones that like white men.
Okay.
So you sorry for the noise. You know,
So the middle is
yeah, get the middle, or if you really want, you know, you can you know get the black Japanese woman. You know, like if you know if that's you know if that's what you like. If you want your Japanese woman to be on R&B, hip hop, and reggae, and then that's what you want. You know, you know.
okay. And in the States, if you see a nice like looking lady, you would walk up and say, "Hey, what's your name? Can I have your number?" kind of thing, right?
No, I don't do that.
Well, that's kind of like the style, like in a bar,
Well, yeah, in a bar. Well, yeah. But
right?
I mean, yeah.
But can you do that in Japan?
Probably not.
So how would you go about approaching and getting the girl that you're interested to look at you and talk to you?
I would say, I think all women know when you're trying to get them, but it's a game that the men and women have to play. You know, there's a game you got to play. So if there's a particular woman you like, don't be so aggressive in trying to get her because she might be like, yo, this guy's too thirsty and like, you know, but be friendly and you know, compliment her on something, you know, but don't be like weird with it. Like, you know, oh, you know, you're just so beautiful, or whatever. That's kind of creepy. They're gonna look at you like, right? But if you're like, hey, you know, cool. That's a pretty fabric dress. It looks very summer. Blah blah blah. And strike up a small conversation and kind of like ease your way in there, but don't try to like rush. You know, try to get a conversation with her, and you can say, hey, you know, can I take you out sometimes, or can you show me around Japan or whatever? You know, then you know, don't do the American style. Don't do that.
No?
You'll get shot down.
Right.
We've seen it
Yes.
countless times.
Yes.
Japanese women pull out the machine gun. We've seen it. Don't do
Yes.
that. Like,
So like that particular person was like in a gap or like in a street and just he would find a lady with like big booty. He would just go up
yeah,
and say, "Hey, how are you?"
yeah.
What's
Can I have
your
your
name?
number?
Yeah.
Right off the rip. That
Yes.
now in Japan, that's creepy.
Yeah. And then the us and them thing, we don't always trust foreigners
Yes.
because of the cultural difference, language difference. So we don't always open up to foreigners
Yes.
from the beginning.
Yes.
You have to,
Take it slow.
yes.
Yeah.
So that plays a role in this too. So you have to be slow
Yes.
in, especially in the beginning
Yes.
phase.
Yes. Take it slow.
Yes.
Put it in cruise control.
Yes.
Coast a little bit.
Yes. We are not gonna be like, yes, my number is.
Some women are though, but I
Yeah.
mean, the ones who are looking, who are like tired of being single, may acquiesce and capitulate immediately, depending on whatever. But I've seen it.
Mm,
I've seen it. But if you want a nice woman worth something, don't do the American style. Don't do that.
it will probably take a black person to get used to that style, né?
Yeah.
Because being aggressive is something that black women would look for usually. So black people have to get shut down and understand
Yeah.
that that's not how it works.
The approach is different.
Yes.
Yes.
So if a black person or the dating starts, what do you think people should expect in dating phase?
All right. If you date a Japanese woman, I would think to expect you're gonna meet her parents.
Oh,
You're gonna, especially with Japanese women, they're very family oriented, usually very close with the mothers. Speak slow. It's very important to like slow down your speech, not to the point where you're insulting them. Like, hi, my name is Judah, because then they're like, what? Why are you talking like that? But at this pace, hello, my name is Judah. I'm from America. They can pick up bits. If they don't speak English, they can piece it together if you don't rattle off so fast. So, what to expect too? You gotta take your shoes off when you come in the house. People don't wear shoes in the house in Japan unless you have like house shoes. I'm trying to think of some do's and don'ts. Don't I would say be a gentleman to the woman. She'll appreciate that. Like, if there's something heavy, carry it for her. It's little things like that that make them look at you like, oh, okay, like, oh,
and Japanese people are not too touchy. So I hear that sometimes foreigners don't feel the closeness
Oh yeah,
or don't understand if Japanese people are showing the love,
That's true.
the skinship.
Americans are touchy people,
Yes.
right? Japanese are not. That's why you don't see them necessarily shaking hands and hugging. They bow to each other. They don't contact. So if you were dating her, whatever, like, you can hold her hand, things like that. That's fine. I'm sure she'll have no problem with that, holding her hand. Public displays of affection, like, all that's if you're gonna touch her face or hair or something, that's fine or whatever. But like making out in public, don't.
Yeah.
She's not gonna go for it. Don't do it. It's just awkward. You're just gonna look crazy. Don't do that. You know, they don't. Japanese women are not very touchy like that with. I'm sorry. Every time we make a video, my kids got to act up. That I think that's part of having half kids. They always act up. They're Japanese kids are. I'm changing the subject. Yeah. So that's something to expect. Just take it slow. Don't be aggressive. Speak slowly. Don't expect her to be super touchy because they're not like that. But they're affectionate. But like this is a culture again where it's yeah.
And to find a love in Japan, do you have to be able to speak Japanese? You think?
All right. Here's a secret for you guys.
Secret.
If you're really good at Japanese and you learn Japanese, don't let everybody know.
Really?
Yeah. Well, she's looking. She wants. If she wants you to be a foreigner, that's what she wants. She probably wants to speak whatever language that you speak. So if you're speaking in Japanese like 100%, and you're like a Japanese man, what need is she? She doesn't need you, and you're gonna get treated like a Japanese man. Whatever issues Japanese people have, men and women have with each other, that's gonna happen to you because you are became somewhat Japanese by speaking 100% Japanese. So speak Japanese, learn it. Don't try to become Japanese because once you become Japanese, it's a wrap. Like you become a Japanese salary man, you're Japanese. You ain't never gonna see your wife and kids, and when you're home, it's gonna be total distance. That's just my yeah. Learn some Japanese. Learn the basic things. I'm hungry. Dinner time. Wake up. Time to go to sleep. Time to take a shower. What do you want to eat? Um, you know, um, things like that. Basic conversation. I would advise black men to learn when they get here. If you can learn some before you get here, that's cool too. But while you're here, try to pick up on some basic Japanese, basic conversation. You don't need to be in the workplace. They will require you to know like a large amount of Japanese. But socially, I think that Japanese people like the challenge a little bit of like hearing some English if it's spoken slow, and kind of like trying to piece it together what you're saying. So, but there are times where it's convenient to know some Japanese, like where it's like, all right, this is not the time to be being, putting the quiz on them, you know. So,
A lot of my friends don't speak English, so they would be intimidated to date. The, the idea of dating.
yeah, well, like your sister too.
Yes.
There's not, but again, I mean, that's I mean, there's so many people. There's so many women. This place has so many women. Like it's incredible. Single women too. That you have. If you can't find a woman, there's something wrong with you. Like
Oh no.
as I say 24 karat goofy.
Like the guy that got shot down so many times. He's okay.
Well, I wouldn't say that he was a goofy. I would just say that he didn't really know how to approach
Yeah.
Japanese women. Probably not women. Probably in general.
General. Yeah.
Right? He's probably just not that social of a guy. So, but there are women out there that are not social either, and you can like find them. If you can find each other, y'all can be non-social together, and sit in the house and do nothing. You know, just there are women like that. So
So, when I hear your friends on the internet talking about how black man
Yeah.
cannot find nice ladies, do you think black people have more chance in finding a nice, lovely woman in Japan than in the States?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Mm,
I'm not gonna talk bad about American women. I'm just gonna say Japanese women are very different. They're very feminine, very ladylike. They don't yell and scream. You're not gonna catch them fighting. There are some negative aspects to Japanese women, I will say, but that's everybody has negative aspects. So, but yeah, you know,
mm,
you know,
so, and
but
then there are too many of us that are single.
there's just way too many single women. It's almost scary.
If we can mix those black American people that are looking to settle down with
Yeah.
our Japanese.
If we own a business of trying to set up black men
Yeah.
with Japanese women, we'd be rich.
Yes. Well, contact us if you need that service.
I
We'll
mean,
help. We'll help.
yeah.
We have enough ladies around us.
I mean, yeah, we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't. I say this even with American women. My grandmother would say to me, "Boy, beauty is not the priority because there's a lot of like beautiful women that are just horrible people. So just get you a cutie pie. Don't get the prom queen. chances are there's nothing going on up here.
Yeah.
Just get you a cutie pie. She's probably really, really intelligent, and that's what you want. You want a woman that's gonna like help you here, not have you, drown. You don't know anything, and she's just not trying to help you at all. So I think that's important too to kind of like take into account. Is this woman gonna like help me, or is this woman just gonna like expect me just to know everything right off rip and not help do anything? So yeah, but there's a lot of single women here, and if you come here, date. Go around, go meet lots of women. You'll find that one that you will settle down with. That you'll be like, okay, this is the one.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. Hit us up if you need help.
yes, hit us up on the comment board. So please please like and subscribe and hit the share and help the channel grow. We're having the kids on, and hopefully we'll all go out with some Americans, and we'll take you guys around and show you guys some shopping and some shoes and fashion and things, and some women. Japanese people don't like to be filmed, so of course we'll do that secretly. But yeah. But this is Judy from the Real Black in Japan channel, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you. Until next time. And again, this is all right. Catch you guys next time.